Good morning, I am Peter, and welcome to day 2 of the DFTBA News VEDA vlogs. Today I'd like to talk about the idea that we have become too old or too young for certain things. Now, there are obvious things that have an age limit on them. We're not likely to see an 80-year-old joining the NFL, no matter how good of shape they're in, because their body is probably just too frail. Likewise, we're probably not suddenly going to see the majority of startup companies being run by 20-somethings, or even people under the age of 20. Now, please don't misunderstand me. I'm not here to say that there aren't older folks who are in better shape than other people that are way younger than them, or that there aren't successful businesses that are started by people under the age of 20. There are. It's just that they are going to be the exception rather than the rule. Now, I often hear from people, "You're how old? Why are you going back to school?" You're kind of young to be breaking into that industry. Wouldn't you rather be doing something else? And if you thought that I was the type of person to just shrug off that kind of criticism, you would be wrong. So very wrong. This kind of stuff freaks me out. I don't want to grow old. I would prefer to move to Never Never Land and hang out with Peter Pan and the Lost Boys. The funny thing is when people start talking, or when I start talking to people about DFTBA News, and I tell them that I'm running an online blog for news and other informational sources, and that my main web pages are Tumblr and WordPress, I get the response of, "Well, you're too old for that." But then when I remind them that I'm really doing this to lay the foundation to start my own company eventually, their tune changes almost immediately to, "Oh, you're too young to start your own company. You should be working in the industry with someone else." The point is, I don't want to do that. I want to make my own path and do my own thing for this. Look, I'm using this as an example because I'm directly tied to the DFTBA News and what we're doing here. There are many other examples of how people are categorized as too young or too old. You know, people are too young or too old to travel alone. People are too young or too old to live on their own. People are too old to play video games, or people are too young to know what they want out of life. There's just so many different examples. We need to move past the social stigma that is tied to age and let people be measured by their work and merit rather than counting them out just because they're too old or too young. Let me know something that somebody has said to you that they didn't think you could do because you were too young or too old. Leave a just comment down below. That is all for me today, and I hope you have a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks.